Hello everyone, Kilikadoan here playing Football Manager 2018. We are playing with the Blyth Spartans and we are about to start a new season. We have just finished all the friendlies. I feel like the team is set. Let's start by looking at the new assistant manager, Jamie Giardini. He is English, even if he sounds rather Italian. A little bit better than the previous assistant manager, but not very good still. We also have a new fitness coach. Not the best, but the best we could find. A goalkeeping coach as well. Not very good, but I think he's slightly better than the previous one. And then the last staff member is the head of youth development, Eddie Hilton. We found him and we thought, wow, he is way too good for our team, but he is willing to join us, so that's good. Hope we can have use of him. Did we get in a new chief scout? No. We might need to look to find a new scout, chief scout, and we also need another physio. I've forgotten about that. Let's check for that now. So we're gonna remove all of this and just focus on physiotherapy. That is probably way too high, but we're gonna change this first, physio. And we can actually see that we managed to find some decent ones. Alex Manos and Dave Fitzgerald. I guess we go with Alex Manos, approach to sign. We need to lower his wage a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. There we go. I guess that is fine. Then we have a new physio coming in. That will be helpful. I thought we had a chief scout coming in as well, but I guess since we don't have one at the moment, we didn't get the one I thought we would get. So the new staff, but maybe more importantly, we have a lot of transfers this season. We're gonna have a look at them, but first we're gonna see the new contracts. We managed to keep all of the important players. Some of them are getting a lot of money from us. The highest paid player last season had 250. Now we are up to 475. So, not sure how I feel about that. But we're gonna see if we. I feel like we have a stronger team. Most of the starting players stayed. I think all of the starting players stayed. We can also see that we have a lot of non-contracts or amateur contracts. They get paid when they play. Sean Reed, Lewis Knight, Afolabi Cooker, Dan Atkinson, Jordan Watson, Charlie Gatter. They are all on non-contracts. They will get paid if they play, or they will also get a small sum if they are on the bench without playing. But I feel like this was a good way to get our spendings down, even if it means we will struggle to become a professional club if we manage to go up. But money rules. We need to think about our economy. And we can also see we have a lot of loan players in the team as well. We do not pay any salary or any fee for those players. So let's have a look at the new players. Paul Tyson, a very good goalkeeper. He's at the same ability as our current goalkeeper, and also potential ability is very high. I hope we will be able to use him this season. He might not be the first option. We might stay with our goalkeeper from last season. We will see how we feel about that. Charlie Gator, defender, most for the right side of the pitch. We can see he's a decent talent, and he's on a non-contract. Oops. So I feel like we had to get him in the team. Another goalkeeper, not as solid. He's we actually paying Paul Tyson. Yeah, Paul Tyson is getting paid. Dan Atkinson is on a non-contract. He will be our third option as a goalkeeper. I guess we will try to keep him out of the team most of the times, but if we need a third goalkeeper, we have it, so that is probably a good thing. He's the same current ability as the other two goalkeepers, but not the same potential ability. Then we have Afolabi. He is a defender, a central defender, decently skilled, uh, a good option to have in a team. We feel a little bit safer. Sorry, we feel a little bit safer with him in the team. Then we have Lewis Knight, the first of the strikers he took in. Um, Not a super talent by any means, or rather his talent is rather high. He's not bad, but current ability is a bit low. But I feel like his stats, his attributes are good enough for him to be useful. Might not be an option we want to use this season, but at least we have him. We will see if he can develop anything this season. After that, we started to look at. Oh, actually, Lewis Knight was signed from Kirsten Ashton, but he came for free. We didn't pay anything. Then we started to look at the loan players. We brought in Tyler Smith. Um, I mostly thought he would be a right winger. He can play in the attack as well. We will see if we have any use of him. I'm actually thinking we should send him back, but we see we can't terminate the loan, not at this point anyway. Because also the same for Dan Money. We brought him in. We were a bit desperate at that time, but now I have moved him down to the under 18 team. Uh, wouldn't be bad if we could send him back later on in the season. But then the big player to get in, Matthew Gillam from Rochdale. He is a 4-star current ability. If that is correct, we will have plenty of use out of this player. He's been very good in the preseason as well. Or maybe not very good, but at least he's been decent. 3 goals, 1 goal and 1 assist. So I feel like he will be a starting player for us. Marcus Wood from Manchester City, 20 years old. Also very good for our team. He's a ball-winning midfielder, and that is what we were hoping to find, actually. So we were lucky to get him. First time he goes out on loan. I think like that Marcus Wood will also be a starting player. Liam Baldock, he will also play in the central midfield position. He's 17 years old from Sheffield Wednesday. I'm not sure how much time he will get on the pitch, but I feel like why not? He's for free, so we're gonna take him into the team. And then the last player to come in is actually we were hoping for a left winger in the midfield, uh, but we didn't find anyone. Instead we took Tristan Jumeau, pretty difficult name, but doesn't matter. He's from Burnley, decently skilled, high crossing, high pace, acceleration, stamina. We will see what we can do with him. I yeah, I feel like he will play quite a lot this season. So those are the new players. Um, let's look at tactics. I feel like this will be our best 11, at least coming into the season. McDonald as goalkeeper. Then we have Liddell, Isaac Ward, Nathan Buddle, and Andrew Cartwright. Isaac Ward became a part of this defensive line late last season, and we kept him on loan this season as well. We have two decent options in Ryan Hutchinson and Afolabi as well here in the central position. We will see if we will need to change any of these players. I'm sure we will have some sort of rotation as well. We also have Gutter mostly as a right defender. He's about at the same level as Cartwright at the moment. He can also play on the left side even if he's not as good in that position. We will see what we will do when we need to change players. Then the central midfield, we have ball-winning midfielder Wood, and then Horner, one of our should-be star players, I should say. We will see how they will work together this season. I hope it will go well. Then one of the surprises last season, Wrightson, he will play on the left side of the pitch this time around. We also have Robbie Dale, he's the team captain, but he's not going to be in the starting 11. He is 34 years old. His skill level has dropped a little bit. I feel like he will still get time on the pitch, but not as a starting player. And then we had Jumo that will replace Rivers if there is a need for that. Rivers was the last person to sign a contract coming into this season. He waited until just a few days before he had to leave on a free transfer. And he was demanding a very high salary for most of the end of season. But towards the end, he went down a little bit. I think we are paying for 25. Yes, we are. So he's a very high paid player. We need him to deliver this season. Then Dan McGuire, he was the main striker last season. We're gonna move him down into a defensive forward position. Last season we played with a target man instead, but now we're gonna try defensive forward, and then the new player Matthew Gilliam will play as the main attacker, advanced forward. Yes, so he'll be the advanced forward. You will see how that works. Maybe we can switch them around a little bit. Why I put Dan McGuire here in this position now, because he was a little bit more adept at that position compared to Gilliam. So we will see how that works out. We also have a few other options, even if Greg Rutherford looks like he's dropped a little bit in skill from the previous season. You will see if we can use him. We also have a few other options, as we have talked about when we saw the new players that we signed. So that I feel like will be our starting roster. We also need to have a look at where we are predicted to come this season. We have the media prediction of 10th place. That is a lot better than the 17th we were predicted last season, but it is also the position we ended up in last season. So I hope we can do better. Dynamics might hurt us a little bit here early on. We can see that we have 10 players here that are not in any group yet. We have 11 new players, but one of them is in the youth team. So 10 players will need to find a place here. Robbie Dale, the leader of the main core social group, he is not very happy actually at the moment. He has been worried all silly season that he will be replaced in the team. and at the moment he's not in the starting 11. He is only a sub, and a sub that will not be on the bench most of the time. So might have a lot of problems with Robbie Dale, but I also think like it will be fun to test this thing out. Will there be any consequences with having 10 people not part of any social group? And will there be any consequences with having the captain and the main uh, social influencer of the team not being part of the actual team? We will see how that goes. It's a bit exciting to see how messed up this can go, how messed up this can be. I'm rather worried, but what the hell, we need to hope for the best. And here we can also see the odds for this season. We are in 10th place here as well, and I would say that the odds are not that bad. 1 in 10, and the main favorite, York, is only the odds are not that much higher for them, so I feel like we are in a decent position. We can see FC United have improved quite a lot from last season, at least from the expectations. Kidderminster are predicted to be quite a lot lower. York was actually the top team predicted last season. Sorry, but they didn't really perform that well that time around. They actually came in 4th place in the end. Okay, this was not that bad. I thought they placed a little bit worse than that. But yeah, we will see how this goes. First match is coming up. Let's look at the friendlies a little bit. First, I greedily put in a money friendly against Rangers from Scotland, and we got 10k euro for this match. So I guess it was worth it. We lost, but it doesn't really matter. Then 1-0 against Forfar Athletic, Penrith 8-0. The biggest win the team have enjoyed, but it was just a friendly, so it doesn't really count. Then 4-1 against North Shields. North Shields is a team that we have as an affiliate. And then, of course, we got a friendly against our new senior affiliate, Wigan. But we only played against the under 23 team. We managed to win 3-0. So a good preseason, a lot of signed players. That is often a problem. We might struggle early on in the season, but overall I feel like we will be stronger this time around compared to last season. First match of the league this second season, Newton Town. Not sure why they have Newton Town, because I'm quite sure that Ton is short for town once upon a time, but they can call their club whatever they want. So the team I talked about is ready to play. We do not have any suspensions or injuries on anyone important. Only Greg Rutherford is out injured, but we are gonna put in Josh Dolling there. Let's look at Josh Dolling. He is a quick player. Let's see what he can do. I guess he will come into the match at some point. Interesting to see Gillam would do what they can do. They are the only two players that are new out of the 10 we have signed in the starting lineup. Most of the others are just fillers or people that will get a chance later on in the season. Uh, feel like we are ready to start. Let's go. So they're playing 4-2-1-3, I guess. 4-3-3 tactics, but are we gonna say anything? First match of the season, we need some passion. Yes! This is a great opportunity to show all the pundits that they have been right to back you up. A lot of happy people. Uh, only 2 new players in the starting lineup. I feel like we should be able to play as well as we did last season with that, especially since the 2 new players are very good. Come on, team. Starting away, we have struggled quite a lot away last season, but hopefully this time around we will master away games as well. We are playing in yellow and red. We lose possession there early on, but this highlight usually doesn't really amount to anything. I'm a bit surprised it is still going on. Oh, no, 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 disaster, disaster. Cartwright, what the hell is that? Ah, I cursed myself. Gibson, Cartwright loses the ball, and that is not good. And Parrish scores for Newton after only 30 seconds, something like that. Oh, we need to do a lot better than this. Okay, maybe now. Rivers. Okay, not sure what that was. Maybe he tried to shoot on goal, but that was far from a successful. Oh, we can also see who are the new teams in the league. Solihull Moors. Okay, we didn't really have time for that. Solihull Moors have scored 2 times. Okay, dangerous throw in. We managed to hold it. I think I saw Chester. Chester is also new, I think. Stourbridge. Stourbridge is coming from lower leagues. Hednesford Town. They are also from a lower division. We played them last season in a cup game. Uh, uh, this is a dangerous attack. Sorry for talking about something else. The ball just goes outside of the post. Hednesford, we played them in the FA Cup qualification game. We won 3-0. So they are also new. They were not within the league system in the game at that point. And we're going to be down 1-0 at halftime. Let's look if we can find any other new teams. Nope, we didn't really have time for that. What should we tell the team? I feel like we should ask our assistant manager. I expect to see a much better showing from you in the second half. That was a good choice. Quick look. Those 4 teams should be the new ones. This is not starting well. Down a goal against Newtown. I feel like that is a team we should finish ahead of in the league. But the first league game of the season, and they are playing at home, and they're gonna score again. Yes, that is a smile with a very clear shot, and he managed to find the net easily. Parrish creates some space on the side of the pitch, and that pass into the middle is good enough. We are going to lose against Newtown. And they are gonna get 3-0 as well. Posso with the score this time around. No, it was offside. We are still down only 2 goals. Um, should we try and push forward? Let's go overload. We didn't use overload anything last season. Maybe. I felt like overload never worked in Football Manager 16 or 17. Not sure if anything have changed. We can see we didn't get any highlight even with overload. First match of the season, and we end up losing, and it's not a good game for us. They have 2 shots on target, both ended up being goals. We have 2 shots on targets, neither became even dangerous, I feel like. This is not the start of the season we were hoping for. Good speech by the assistant manager. Maybe we have an idea of what is waiting for us now this season. We know it's going to be tough, but we need to be better than we were in this match, and I feel like we will be. I feel like we have a strong team. We should at least be better than 10th, but we need to play for it as well. We need, yeah, we just need to wait and see. It's a long season, 42 games. It is okay to lose away, but the next match will be home. I will play a few matches on my own. We'll see if we manage to find any stability, and yeah, we will see how we end up. I will get back to you in a few games, I guess. So that will be in the next episode. Until then, I am Kele Kaudevine. Thank you all for watching.